year is 1904.
But they did buff Rising Dragon Sweep.
Isn't right.
That's all that matters. To be fair, in a duel, I could run, like, I don't fucking know, wind walking, and then probably against the mage, you know, get rid of Turbo Fist or something. But do I want to? No, not really. Who's this? Who's doing me? HX. I don't know who this is. Oh, it's another monk. I hate fucking monk versus monk duels. It's such a fucking Russian roulette. It always is. What's the rogue saying? He's having a fucking fit. I have no clue why Power got a nerf. It's the only CC. It's the only other CC they have. Fucking laughing his ass off. Leg sweep gets pred anyways, so they need 4-second pair. Yeah. Yeah. Leg sweeps are fucking setup. Well, to be fair, we're not so setup based, but it is nice. Oh, Dance of the Wind? Yeah. So we lost Damp and Harm. You know, whatever. Defensively, I think it's fine. How do you have all that crafted gear? Learned the buffs. and that's a lie. I just say that to feel better about myself. Oh shit, dude, it's 10:30. The fuck? All right. Holy shit. In Olympics, it's synchronized. Maybe it honestly, it probably is just synchronized because, like I said, I'm artistic. Oh my god, my bags in the other are full. Actually, I don't know who would win a auto attack only duel. Oh, actually, yeah, no, Windwalker should with fucking Furious Wen and shit. Yeah. Which I don't know. It actually fucking cranks sometimes. Dude, there's so many good talent choices. It's super hard to actually choose from. Like, it's a problem. That being said, and is completely irrelevant to what I'm actually going to say, I gotta be right back. I gotta feed the pups and give him his medicine. I was supposed to do that like over an hour ago, but I'm a terrible person, obviously. So you speak WoW gamer English and yeah, nothing else unless you want to count like fuck. All right, listen. If this goes through, obviously I'm gonna play it. If it, oh fuck, okay, whatever. We we feed the dogs after. Well, they have food. They always have food. But I gotta give them this stuff. What we got? Boomy Af Warrior, Fury Warrior. Bro. What? Oh, he just didn't heal the boomy. The range of leg sweep is fucking obnoxious, by the way. It's so crazy. 20 yards across is wild. Okay. I really wish this warrior would just go on the warlock. Granted, I haven't said a single word to suggest that, but you know, I don't feel like it should be necessarily. Fuck. I don't know. I want that. I really want that tiger palm damage too, though. I don't know if it's worth getting rid of the 5% damage proc. I mean, honestly, maybe. $515,000 non-crit Fisty Fury tick? No. That had to have been into an absorb 100%. Cast average. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, sometimes I kind of want to, I mean, I don't want to, but I feel like it might be get rid of the oh, what? He reflected my clash? What the fuck was that, bro? The fuck? How do you clashes? See, that makes no sense, because if someone is bopped, I can't clash them. If, well, at least earlier I couldn't. I was unable to. Hold on. I'll try to finish my thought later, or in a minute. Fucking Christ, bro. I'll go warlock. Crazy. Yeah, I couldn't clash someone earlier when they were bopped. If I'm silenced, I can't use Clash. So, what? You get immune to both physical and spell. Like you get punished for both physical and spell related. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it affixes. to. Shit. I don't think this does almost like anything, really. Oh, fuck. That coil was in the air. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. Because I don't want to chase the mage at all, but leaving the mage to just do whatever the fuck they want, also worst decision ever. So I don't know. That's a tough one. And I hate not having the Tiger Palm talent. I really do. Yo.
What were you saying? Like, wait till you're done streaming, or?
I mean, I don't care. It's entirely up to you. It just might be easier to, like. I mean, I guess it probably doesn't really make much of a difference.
Let me finish the match.
Yeah, I'm in a shuffle right now anyway.
Yeah. I'm kind of bumping.
Yeah, I mean, so.
I do like 1200k in a realistic game when I'm like having to run around and live.
Right.
I've done like 700k in a game where like I can do whatever I want. It's pretty good. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm just pressing like whatever button's going. I don't really know what to do.
So, anyone could, like, I don't want to say it's hard, you know, how it is, but there's definitely, like, an almost infinite skill cap now. Just the way the damage is, and you know, it's not so bursty right off the rip, but it can be if you get lucky. But for the most part, it's like stacking modifiers to like spend that, basically stack another modifier, and then kind of at the end of it you end up doing like I hit a 3 million Tiger Palm the other day.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Tiger Palm's the hardest hitting ability Windwalker has. Not all the time, you know, but like your big damage window, yeah, absolutely. It catches people off guard quite a lot. It's kind of wild. No. Oh. No way. Yeah, see, I need the extra reverse harm healing.
I'm following, what's that guy's name? Chewy?
Dewey?
Dewey, yeah, I'm following his build. And it
See,
seems like it's just a lot of PvE damage, like padded kind of damage, no big hits of anything.
So I told him that Tiger Palm was a hardest hitting thing, and he was like, no way, like maybe with the 30 stacks, I mean, well, that's a whole nother thing, but yeah, it's and it's fairly easy to do. It's just you gotta know what you're doing, like what you're stacking, and it's basically all the blackout kick stacks, since it stacks to 6 in PvP, with their World and Dragon Punch talent, and then the cooldown reduction and the cost reduction from Rise and Sun Kick during your Storm, Earth, and Fire, and your Blackout Kick resets, Rise and Sun Kick resets. Oh, and haste is your best stat.
Yeah, I know.
Which feels really nice for Windwalker. It's almost reminiscent of Mop Windwalker, where you basically had no global cooldowns. It just kind of, you press a button and it goes off. It's nice. Yeah, getting your acclimation stacks up is probably like the most important thing, which your Glory of the Dawn procs actually count as 2, so you could get, you know, 2 stacks with 1 Rise and Sun Kick, which is massive.
No, whatever build you're doing to get those massive Tiger Palms, you don't like suffer, you don't lose like single target for it? Or sorry, DPS for it?
Not really. The only thing, like, do you have Fury of Zwen?
Fury is, yeah.
Very bottom middle, one of the 2 middle talents.
No, you don't.
No, okay, yeah, I don't either. What about the Strike of the Windlord talents? The Communion with Wind, the cooldown reduction and damage increase?
Yeah, you have those.
Yeah, see, I mean, I don't know if that's worth it at all, just because it's nerfed in PvP. It was 100% or 80%, and then they buffed it to 100. But then when they did that, they nerfed it in half in PvP, which is shit. It hits like a fucking noodle already as it
So
is.
why even run Strike of the Wind?
Well, Thunder Fist. Thunder Fist is talent directly after. Bro, what the fuck? Which is Thunder Fist stacks are really nice after Fist of Fury, because you get 60% increased attack speed. Your auto attack is speed, so kind of a little burstier.
Show me your talents on stream. Wait, you're doing the other tree?
Oh, Shadow Pen, yeah, it just got buffed. You don't have the burst right off the rip necessarily, but it hits way harder. Yeah, it just got massive buffs this week, and it definitely has way better PvP passives, like way better. You get cooldown reduction on your Storm, Earth, and Fire as well. Oh yeah, which actually that's another thing. That's what I really want to do. I just really want the Blackout Kick Chi refund. Oh, okay, someone left. I feel like that's such a waste because you could potentially
The biggest
have.
issue I see too is that you don't put up a Mortal Strike effect, so like that's a problem. I don't know why you
Yeah,
would.
sure. That's definitely another thing. But so what I'm saying is basically if you let me go to target dummy so I could also think as I do because there's so many different things going on. But so if you are gonna press Storm, Earth, and Fire anyway, now actually pressing the button, pressing the cooldown itself counts as a hit combo. It didn't used to. That being said, it also resets the cooldown of your Rise and Sun Kick and gives you back 2 chi. And when you Rise and Sun Kick during Storm, Earth, and Fire, you get the Weapons of Order from Shadowlands Kyrian effect, which reduces the cost of your chi spenders by 1 and also increases adds another second to cooldown reduction from your Blackout Kick. But that's not the super important part. So 1, yeah, you get a MS obviously added, but you could potentially have, because we're all haste, you have 100% of your haste percent to proc an extra Rise and Sun Kick, and also that is extra damage to your Fist of Fury. So say you have PI, Invokers, and Bloodlust. If you have 100% haste, you'd have more than that actually. You have 100% increased Fist of Fury damage, and you also have 100% chance to proc Glory of the Dawn, which would mean if you're fully hasted up, let's just say you're playing with the Priest, and you're already chilling at like 30% haste as it is, without any buffs or whatever, you, just by pressing Rise and Sun Kick, Storm, Earth, and Fire, and then Rise and Sun Kick again. Look, I have 4 stacks already. I pressed 2 globals on this target dummy, like instantly, and that's 12% damage buff. That's like, and then into your burst, and they have Mortal Strike on them.
Okay.
You know,
I'm convinced.
like
Yeah.
in my eyes, you know, that makes sense to me. And then as far as striking the Windlord first, I'm curious. I don't know if you auto attack still. Let me see. I don't know if you auto attack still during Conduit. I'm not entirely sure.
I think I can check.
Why is that not in the bar? So
Yeah, you do. It was weird. I didn't for a second, and then I kicked him.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think
you do. I see it. You melee. Okay. So then the point of that would be that during the channel you would still be proccing Thunder Fist charges, you know, however many you have. You could have up to like 10. So when you strike the Windlord, if you do it into a Demo Lock or Unholy DK on top of his army of pets, for every target you hit with Strike of the Windlord, you get a charge of Thunder Fist. Which is a lot of damage. Oh my god, that shit popped insta. The fuck? No way. That was crazy. What the fuck, bro? I guess EU's waking up? I don't know. But, yeah, so like, if you're...
He's definitely not waking up. It might be...
Oh yeah, wait, what? It's almost afternoon here, Jesus Christ. Now, I'm assuming he doesn't play the Tiger Palm Town on the top left and Martial Mixture.
Not the Cyclone talent.
And martial mixture is like
No, it doesn't.
all the way on the left, yeah, in the middle. No, right. Which is understandable for sure, but I mean, it's bad fucking damn. Oh, what the fuck was that?
My dad sneezing.
That was loud. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Okay, so
First one seems less burst overall and take a while to stack. Oh, I linked them in party. Whoops. So the thing with martial mixer, it used to not stack off your AoE and like secondary blackout kicks, but then they nerfed it from 10% 12 times to 8% 30 times, which would have been a 120% buff, but it's nerfed in PvP, of course. And that's the thing they did with like the Strike of the Windlord thing. They didn't mention any of that on the fucking patch notes, which is fucking lame. But yeah, they low-key nerfed it.
wait, why doesn't he run the? He doesn't run either of the Stormwrath and Fire talents, like cooldown reduction or the extension. Isn't that troll?
Not necessarily. So they were nerfed compared to what they are on what they were in Dragonflight, but the duration, if you're not like, so Shadowpan has the has cooldown reduction built into it, plus with that talent it ends up being a 1 minute cooldown, like without trying, which is pretty massive. You know, like that's, especially depending on what you're fighting. But I think as conduit of the Celestials, I think it might be not worth it to run the cooldown reduction. The duration extension I think is definitely pretty nice, but it depends on your uptime. Fuck me. If you don't have enough uptime, then like you have to spend chi, right? So if you can't spend chi, then you're gonna get no use out of it. So into like a melee cleave, then yeah, I think you're gonna fucking, there's no reason not to, honestly. I think you would rip. But oh shit, what the fuck? Yeah, they just changed my talent.
Okay. Go ahead, finish your thought.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, there's so many really good talents right now. It's hard to say. Like, so right now we could definitely build like way more single target, or, you know, 100% AoE, like more than we could before. Like, we didn't really have a choice. Everything just kind of did everything, and your only choice really was like Bone Dust or Jade Fire, basically. Everything else was like always mandatory for almost all content. Oh my god. Yeah, but see, right now it's a double Warlock. I mean, I'm doing almost 600k DPS. I'm definitely cranks, but that was at Shadowpan. And Flurry Strike was my #1 damage. Jesus Christ. So that's the thing with Shadowpan, the buffs it gives are RNG, but they last for 20 seconds, and one of them's 30% critical strike damage and you also have a talent that gives you another 20% blackout kick critical strike damage, and then plus the 18% blackout kick damage talent. So, and you could hit 63 or 64 times with one blackout kick if you have images up and have 3 targets with literally one press. I mean, blackout kick, obviously it's generally like our overall highest dam. But I mean, it could definitely crank. That's the thing though, Shadow Pan, there's definitely, so you don't have an extra on use like active button, but there's definitely buffs to monitor, which would, I definitely would need to make a recore for that, because it's all the same icon and everything. Like, it doesn't change the icon depending what buff you have or anything. It's kind of dumb, but and there's a there's a talent that's impossible to actually fully benefit from at the moment, but you could get up to 20% additional agility for 6 seconds, which is ridiculous. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous, especially if you have like your badge up or some shit, but right now it's literally impossible to actually get that buff. And they just made changes this past week. Like, they just did the first tuning to Shadow Pan literally this entire beta, basically, just this week. And they're still gonna have to do more because, I mean, like I said, one of the talents literally just doesn't work. It's not even like theoretically possible. Like, it just, you get 10 stacks of like flurry strikes, whatever, and you can only spend 10 at a time. And in order to spend them, you have to use 300 energy. Well, that buff lasts for 6 seconds, and you can only get 10 stacks at a time. Well, you can't generate and spend 300 energy in 6 seconds. You just can't. So you can only get 10 stacks essentially, so 10% energy, or I meant 10% agility, and then the buff falls off before you ever spend the extra flurry stacks or whatever the fuck. So I'm curious to see what direction. Oh, I'm so fucked, dude. I hate mages. I really do be hating mages.
Oh yeah.
They just have infinite fucking non-DRing roots. Well, Frost does at least. Like, they always have it. They have infinite fucking mobility, and they do insane damage. They were already like the best spec in the game, and then they got buffed this week. Well, this past week, which is crazy.
I don't really feel much of a difference with that buff, though. I don't think it was that big.
Yeah, it wasn't huge or anything, but just the fact that
Because they were nerfed even,
it is wild. But there's gonna be a ton of tuning, obviously, still.
I want to understand this. So, Whirling Dragon Punch, I just use it anytime I can, like when it's available, I just use it. Or do I like save it for burst? Like,
now for the most part, you just send it. But
it seems like Strike of the Windlord is more of like, I mean, it's a short cooldown, but that's like one of your big burst abilities. So you want to try to like use it meaningfully, not just like press it, right? Or do you just press that as well?
Well, it's mostly the Thunder Fist, and then there's a, well, yeah, because Strike of the Windlord hits like a fucking wet noodle right now. It's just,
so it's the auto attack or the proc afterwards from the auto attack instead of stance.
Right, because
So I want to use it like before I start bursting, so that while I'm bursting.
right, that's why he says to use it during or right before conduit, right?
Okay.
But
So I might even like press it before SCC and then like leg sweep. And then
well, yeah, so you could, yeah, like depending on if you know how it ends up, the communion with wind or whatever the fuck talent that is, depending on the state of it, if it stays nerfed in PvP or whatever, it may, like, if you're playing, you know, let's just say into a demo lock and whatever, but a demo isn't your actual kill target, if you're about to burst, or you know it's coming up in a few seconds and you're able to, it would be more than well worth it to just Thunder Fist into a crowd of pets to get 10 stacks of Thunder Fist and then have that loaded for swapping to, you know, your actual kill target. You know, like obviously within reason, don't go rolling across the map to do that, you know, but by all means, that would be super worth it. But there's another thing though with your Strike of the Windlord. In the middle left row of your hero talent tree, there's Heart of the Jade Serpent. That is literally a Serenity, kinda on crack.
Oh.
Yeah, it takes a while to build up though, so like you won't have it initially. You would have it probably on your second conduit of the Celestials.
But that's one I wouldn't want to just press randomly, right? Like that's the one.
Right, if you have that, that is massive. So
okay,
it's gonna make your Fist of Fury fucking crazy. Well, so Strike of the Windlord glows on your action bar when that buff is there.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why it was going.
Yeah. And now an interesting thing with that as well, which there's almost no situation where, well, there's one specific situation where that would be relevant, is that buff will stack on itself. If for whatever reason, say the most likely scenario is you're not paying attention to your buffs and don't realize you have, you know, 39 chi spent, and you press Strike of the Windlord, and right after you put it on cooldown, all of a sudden that button starts glowing.
Yeah.
So now, while Strike of the Windlord's on cooldown, you're not gonna like lose that buff. You're not gonna overwrite it or anything. It just stays, which is nice. But what's cool about that is when that comes off cooldown. Now, granted, you have the shortened cooldown talent, but even still, whenever that is usable again and you actually do send it like methodically, that means you're already like halfway or more towards building that buff again. So you know, the next one will be maybe 20 seconds later, basically. Now you only, you know, it's a short window, that Serenity or whatever, pseudo Serenity, but it makes your Fist of Fury. So like your damage burst window would be different though with that, because your Fist of Fury with like Zwen during that is a fucking a nuke, because Fist of Fury, you know.
So I always want to follow that with Fist of Fury whenever the drop happens.
I would believe so. So that's what I have found. Like I would do Strike of the Windlord, Fist of Fury, probably into Conduit there, because especially with Zwen, and you'll have, so you won't spend your auto attack, or rather you won't spend your Thunder Fist stacks during Fist of Fury because you don't auto attack during Fist of Fury. You do during Spinning Crane Kick now. You didn't used to, but so what will happen in that situation is you're going to strike the Windlord first, just like you would normally, right? So you'll get your Thunder Fist, whatever. Except this time, right? You want to be on your target because you don't have time to waste, because that Serenity buff's only like 8 seconds, whatever. So you'll strike the Windlord, and then instead of going right into Celestial, when you Fist of Fury, it's going to be 50% faster because of that buff. But, plus on top of that, if you have, Invokers, well, is when it's going to be even faster. Plus any haste procs or buffs you get, whatever. So your Fist of Fury is going to be, instead of with haste, mine is 3-second channel. So it's already just by default a 1.5 second, but plus when now, it's going to be basically a 1 second, maybe less channel time. So fast as shit, you still get full damage. And then also now you're going to have 60% faster auto attacks after that. So during your Conduit of Celestials, you're...
Hold on, pause real quick. Why is Zwen important to this?
So Zwen, when you use him, you get 15% haste for the entire duration that he's out.
Okay.
Yeah, so more haste, more Fist of Fury damage, more Glory of the Dawn procs, just everything. So
what happened to that talent that stacks the damage of Fist of Fury? That doesn't exist anymore?
Yeah, that does. It's actually in exactly the same spot. That's called Transfer the Power. So second to last row.